Hi Scorpio, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is your December 2022 reading. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a psychic and a medium. And I read a little bit differently in that I'm going to give you the present position of what's going on in your life right now. If that doesn't make sense when I read that, then this is not your reading and you can move on to another reading. Spirit, may I have the present position, please, for Scorpio? May I have the present position for Scorpio for December 2022. Scorpio, in your energy, it feels like you're quite stuck. It feels like, you know, what is being expressed on the outside, which is this kind of happy-go-lucky, everything's okay, is really not what's happening on the inside. Spirit, may I have Scorpio's present position, please? Okay, we have the Four of Cups and we have the Three of Wands in the present position. Spirit, may I please have the strength for Scorpio for December? Thank you. We have the Four of Coins. May I have more in regards to the strength? We have the Five of Coins. May I have the challenge, please, for Scorpio? Thank you. And may I have what's good in the outcome? What will motivate Scorpio? What will help them? What will give them clarity? What do they need to do next for the outcome for December 2022? Okay. Interesting. Anything else for the outcome? Okay. All right, Scorpio, this is what's going on in your energy. Here in the present position, like I said, this is to validate that this is your reading. If this does not make sense to you, this is not your reading, move on to another reader. Or you can, I mean, I'm doing this reading so late in the month of December, it doesn't really make sense to do this. I don't think it's going to happen. But for those of you where the present position doesn't make sense, please just go ahead and put the reading in the playlist. Come back at the end of the December, look at it then. If the present position doesn't make sense to you, this is definitely not your reading. Now, here in the present position, we have the Five of Cups in the upright and we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. And so what it shows here, Scorpio, is that you're missing somebody. You're grieving the loss of somebody that you love. Now, for some of you, this is somebody that has departed, that's in the spirit world. For others of you, it's not only that, but it is somebody, you know, like a lost relationship, somebody that you are grieving, hoping for, wishing that they will come back. Here in the Three of Wands, it does feel like, you know, for those of you that are grieving somebody, obviously you know that they're not coming back. They're passed away, right? They've crossed over. And then for others of you that this has to do with a relationship, it's just kind of like a point of no return. You know that it's not coming back. You know that it will never be what it was supposed, like what it was. And so you're just grieving that. It does feel like you're really focused on the past and you're not focused on what's right in front of you. It's very difficult for you to focus on energies in front of you of people that are present in your life, that do love you, that do care about you, because so much of your time and energy right now emotionally is wrapped up in what's hurting you. Now, in the strength position, we've got the Four of Coins and we've got the Five of Coins. We've got the Four of Coins in the upright, we've got the Five of Coins in the reverse. And what it does show here is that you're quite guarded about the way that you're feeling and that you're not giving, even though people will kind of reach out to you and ask you how you are and try and connect with you, you're not sharing how you truly feel. Now, this is coming up in the strength energy. And so it does feel like you want to share what you can with others around you, but it does feel like it's not fulfilling. You're really grieving this month. You're really missing something this month, Scorpio. Really, really missing it. Spirit, tell me more about the strength. You're going to be strong in the month of December. I want to move on from this energy. I also want to move on from the challenge, because it's quite like you're really in a deep reflective place here, Scorpio. Here in the Knight of Swords, it does feel like the challenge is kind of conflict that you have inside about kind of where you are in your life, what you want to do next and how you want to do it. It does feel like you've put a lot of energy into whatever it is that you have engaged in, that you're sad over. And it does feel like you kind of don't know what to do next. That's the energy. Now, in the outcome, what we have here is the Magician, which is very beautiful energy. And we have the Ten of Cups. And so what it's saying, Scorpio, is that it's really important for you to reach out to the people that do love you, that are there for you, that are present. The time for those that, you know, let's say this is an estranged relationship where there is healing that needs to take place, and that person, you know, you've done everything you can, and that relationship cannot heal, or you know, what you have to understand is you have to let it go for now. You can't keep worrying about it in your mental energy, because worrying about it is not going to change the outcome. There is no solution that you can come up with that's going to speed up that person coming towards you. In fact, the more energy you spend on it, the more time you're wasting just in this kind of misery situation. However, you can manifest more fulfilling situations and relationships, especially in 2023, if you begin to allow others to be there for you, allow yourself to be vulnerable. You don't have to open up that much, because it's showing in the strength energy that you really don't need to open up about what's going on. What you need to do is just allow yourself to be around others, be around the warmth of family or friends or co-workers or situations that provide you comfort. And you will feel comforted. And I do feel like you're going to manifest a different outcome in 2023. I do feel like new things are coming in for you when you allow it, though. There's an aspect of you allowing something to happen. So that's in your outcome energy. Now, in your oracle, what we have is the number 42 card in the Oracle of Visions. And this card is an oracle card that talks about ambition, goals, and inspiration. And the quote from J.M. Power is, if you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up. A lot of psychologists talk about that. I'm a psychologist, and there's some spiritual research that talks about this aspect of consciousness. And you know, that we kind of walk through the world asleep, and until you have a shift of consciousness, like a death, like an estrangement that you know, like a very powerful relationship that comes to an end, until those things happen, you can't really live life awake. And even the process of waking up is extremely challenging, because you have to face the pain of the reality of what's missing in your life. But once you do awaken, everything changes. So that's just a tidbit from me as a psychologist. But in this card, what it's talking about is, this card is about setting a target, a goal, something to strive for, a purpose. Motivated by need or ambition, we now have something to aim for, success in our chosen field. So this card is really talking about the fact that, you know, you can't focus on the loss, right? You can't focus on what's missing and what you're grieving over. It's not going to get you what it is that you need. Here in this card, it says a young performer lays on the floor in an almost fetal position. And as a psychologist, let me tell you what that means. A fetal position is when you have gone through something so devastating that you're so traumatized by it that you regress into a fetal state, right? You regress into almost a non-functional state, or going through the motions, but really not being able to make decisions, not being able to act the way that you should in your life to create things, right? So it's a very paralyzed position that you can be in emotionally when you are in a fetal position. I don't know if you can see this character lying there. She's fallen off the trapeze. It looked, not trapeze, but the, what do you call that? the wire. Anyway, let me move on. Despite the constant effort and repetition she has put into the endeavors so far, she is once again questioning herself. Can she ever be good enough? Will she ever make it? Despair, doubt, and frustration cloud her progress. Possibly her efforts are hampered further by other limitations, physical or mental, or possibly outside factors. Other commitments distract her or compete for her time. It's easy enough to dream and establish goals. The question now is whether the dream is realistically achievable or a distracting oasis that will simply torment but never be reached. So what I can say is this, Scorpio, is that you've been through a lot. You've been suffering quite a bit. And the suffering, I hate to say this, may continue if you don't change your perspective. If you look at this performer who constantly walks the wire here in her trapeze act, she's done this over and over again and been extremely successful, but many times she will fall, right? But sometimes when she falls, she just loses her ability to believe in herself or to feel that she is good enough. But the thing is, you put somebody else on that wire who's not trained, who hasn't gone through it over and over and over again, guess what? They're going to fall right off, right? Because they don't have the skill set. So this person right here is forgetting who she is. She's forgetting what she's capable of. She's forgetting her skills. She's forgetting her ability to succeed. She's forgetting her elegance, her talents, her gifts, and she's focusing on what the fact that she's fallen. And so if that's how you feel, Scorpio, remember who you are. Remember how great you are, how amazing you are, how many battles you've been through, and how many times you have gotten up, dusted off, and carried on. And this is no different. You will get up, you will dust off, and you will carry on. Why? Because you're Scorpio, because you're strong, and because you're amazing, and because out of all the signs, you are one of the most gifted, intuitive signs that there is connected to their higher self. Tap into that higher self, tap into that beautiful higher power energy and ask for guidance, and then listen to when that higher power speaks to you and what it is that you should do next. Follow your intuition, Scorpio, and you can't go wrong. Scorpio, that is your reading for the end of the year, December 2022. I hope it helped. If you resonated with the reading, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and join me for the next reading in January. I will speak to you soon.